Okay, let's get into early season lipless crankbait fishing. Now this is a little bit different than fishing the lipless crankbait in other times of the year, because I'm talking about fishing lipless crankbaits when that water temperature is specifically between like 45 and 55 degrees. This is the key depth the key water temperatures for early season lipless crankbait fishing. That requires a different approach. It requires a different type of technique on how you actually fish the bait. So first of all, let me show you the three baits that I prefer with it. Early in the year, I do like the 1/2 ounce size, a little bit smaller one. I don't use a 3/4 ounce. And the three that I use, depending upon what I'm wanting to do, is the Yo-Zuri Rattling Vibe here, the Mega Bass Vibration X, and the Strike King Red Eye Shad. And I'll link all these in the description of the video if you guys would like to pick some up here. Now, how I determine that, each one of these baits is sort of unique. Say, for example, the Red Eye Shad is a pretty light bait, so I don't use the Red Eye Shad if I'm trying to get the bait down, very deep. Say, for example, if I'm wanting to fish a deeper grass bed or slow roll it down a deeper bank, this is not my first choice. The Red Eye Shad would be when those fish are shallower, like in 5 foot of water or less. And a lot of times when that water's in the 50s, those fish will pull up shallow, and you can catch them on the Red Eye Shad pretty good. Now, the other two that I use when I want to get the bait a little bit deeper are the Yo-Zuri Rattling Vibe and the Mega Bass Vibration X. Now, both of these lures, guys, they sink faster than the Red Eye Shad, so these are my choices. Again, like if I'm fishing over some deeper hydrilla or milfoil, or if I'm wanting to slow roll the lipless crankbait, like, down into, 10 foot of water, so keeping it closer to the bottom. In other words, when I want to keep the bait closer to the bottom, the Rattling Vibe and the Vibration X, and when I want to get it higher to the surface is the Red Eye Shad on there, just the characteristics of the bait. Most of the time I'm fishing it on 12 to 15 pound test Seaguar and VizX line and some type of a 7 foot medium action bait cast rod. Okay, now here's the difference in early season lipless crankbait fishing versus the other. It's about the speed of your retrieve. It's like, I don't care if you're fishing the bait shallow or deeper, you're using a slower retrieve and more of a pumping retrieve. So what I do, say for example, I don't care if I'm fishing a grass bed or slow rolling it down a deeper bank, I usually throw it out there and I let the bait hit the bottom. Now this is a big departure from most lipless crankbaits, because a lot of lipless crankbait fishing is fast moving it through the water. But I throw it out there, I let it hit the bottom, and then I just slowly start reeling it, and then I want to keep it in contact close to the bottom, so I'll reel it for 5 or 6 cranks, let it fall back to the bottom, and then I might pump it up a little bit, reel it for 5 or 6